This will be fun. Oh, wow. I'm a pumpkin.
Does Hummy look like a pumpkin?
Oh yeah. Hey guys, it's Kylie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a stash or trash with several new items. Most of these came out of different Boxycharm boxes that I've gotten, so I figured we might as well give them a shot. Boxycharm boxes for me aren't as easy to film anymore, or as fun anyways, because majority of the boxes that I've been getting, there's not a lot of makeup items in there. It's a lot of skincare, which is great. My dogs are wrestling in the background, but there's not really a lot that I can show you, so I've saved up a few different products from several different boxes so I can actually make a decent video of trying things out. So we're gonna start right away, and I'm starting with the Tarte Glowtion. This is a skin perfector. It says use alone for a healthy glow, wear under makeup for an added radiance, and that's basically it. This is it here, just a cute little bottle. I squirted some on my finger. It's got a tan tint to it, so hopefully it doesn't discolor my skin. I'm not sure. So far a little bit goes a long way. I don't have any primer or anything on. Usually I put a pore primer on, but I just wanted to try this by itself. I'm definitely liking the glow that it's already giving me. I almost always use glow drops, dew drops, or some sort of glowiness underneath my foundation, so I am really liking the looks of this one, and I like the looks of it just by itself on the skin, so hopefully it does good things for my foundation. The next product I have is a foundation, and I'm really concerned about the shade of it. This is the KVD Lock-It Powder Foundation. It is a compact. I have the shade Tan 170, and I looked on the website just to make sure that I would use it correctly. So it says it's a flexible, medium to full coverage, extremely long wear, micro blurring technology. It says you can use it alone for a naturally flawless look, or layer it on top of any foundation for an extreme perfected look. Keep in your purse for touch-ups. Use the sponge that comes with it for a full coverage look. Use a brush and apply it for a buildable coverage. It also says it applies darker than it appears in the compact. That's what I'm concerned about. Straight out of the box, this is what it looks like. The sponge itself is laid on top, and then you've got your cute packaging. It's got a decent mirror in there. It's a pretty clear one. This is not my shade at all. I'm pretty sure on Boxycharm you get to try to select your shades and everything, but for my skin tone they go out of stock really fast, so then I have to select one closest to mine, or what I think is closest to mine. This will be fun. We're not gonna judge it based off of the fact that it's not my skin tone. We are gonna base it on how it applies and how it looks on the skin. I just really like how glowy I am with that Tarte stuff. If you have dry skin, this is helpful so far. I'm gonna apply it just with this sponge and see how that goes. I have not used a powder foundation since like high school. Powder foundations don't usually do well for me because I have dry skin, so I'm concerned about that as well. But oh wow. Oh wow. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna look like an Oompa Loompa. Aside from the Oompa Loompa color it's giving me so far, it is a really good coverage. Now, I'm not even sure how to apply these if you pack it. I don't think it's supposed to be packed. I think you're supposed to swipe it. All right, this is where we're at right now. I'm a pumpkin. I accidentally wiped off half my eyeliner. Aside from the obvious, this foundation is actually really good. I did not think a powder foundation would work with me because of my dry skin. Now, I don't know if it's the foundation itself or a mixture of the Tarte stuff that I used, but this looks fantastic. Normally, my foundation settles really bad in my creases. You can still see my creases. I have smile lines really bad. I've always had them, and my liquid foundation, cream foundation, always makes those way worse. This one is not enhancing them, not like my other foundations do. The other thing that I'm surprised at is it is not showing any texture whatsoever. You cannot see any dry spots, nothing. It just looks overall really good. This is a weird formula. It's a powder foundation, but like when I feel my face, it does not feel powdery at all. There's nothing about it feels like a powder. It's so strange. It is a really good coverage. You can still see my freckles peeking through. There's a few blemishes as well that I probably should have concealed ahead of time. It's not that big of a deal to me right now. I did have a few issues where it was blotching up in some spots, but I think that's mostly due to it not being my shade, trying to cover just more. Overall, I don't think it's too patchy. I mean, it might look patchy because my skin tone's still trying to peek through. If I missed a spot, then you're probably gonna see it, but overall, it's a really good coverage. I would love to try this foundation in my actual shade. Let me look up how much it is. $37 at Sephora. I honestly think I'm going to go get this in my shade and give it a better try because I'm just so happy with how it sits on everything. This is one of the best foundations, if not the best, that I've tried in a long time, and that's saying a lot with it not being my skin tone. That makes it harder to judge, I feel like, because you can't get a realistic feel of what it's supposed to look like. But for the most part, all the issues that I normally have with foundations, I am having none of those. I'm super happy with this. Let's move on. This is LYS Beauty No Limits Matte Bronzer. It's a cute triangle shape. I love the color of the packaging. This is the shade. This is a beautiful, beautiful contour shade. I'm loving this. Hopefully it'll work well with how tan I am right now, but I am just going to use a Persona brush. It's got a blush and a highlight end, but I always use the blush for my contour instead. So far, so good. It's looking nice. It's blending nice.
Did you see how me look like a pumpkin?
Oh yeah. I think all of this is going to be kind of hard to tell how good it actually looks with all the discoloration that's going on. But so far, this is working really well. Blends beautiful. It feels almost wet going on. I'm not sure what that's about, but it's super soft. What shade is this? It's in the shade Harmony, which is a medium tone. So it worked well with the shade of foundation that I have on right now. I'm pretty sure it'll work really well with my normal foundation color as well. So I really like this so far. Next, I have two different blushes. The first one is from Benefit. It's the Georgia Peach. It looks very, very pretty. It's got some shimmer to it, it looks like. Oh yeah, I really like the looks of it so far. But I also have these blush drops by Radial. It is a liquid blush. You're just supposed to use the pipette to squeeze it onto the apples of your cheeks and dab it on. Also can be used on the lips and eyes. I like a good versatile product. This is what the bottle looks like. Let's check the color before we put it on. Oh wow. That's definitely different. I feel like it'll be pretty though. All right, let's, I guess, give it a go. I'll start with a little bit. I like to put my blush up a little bit higher. This is, first of all, a little bit goes a long way. I did not need as much as I put on because this just is spreading everywhere. Gorgeous though. If you like a good glowy blush, it looks like it's almost a highlighter. It's so glowy. So next time I feel like I would be a little bit more generous on the amount that I use, but it is beautiful. I am loving these so far. This is the shade Sunset Kiss, by the way. I am going to give the Benefit blush a try as well, though. I'm going to take a blush brush and swoop it on. I'm not seeing much of an impact with this. Not a lot of color. There's a lot of shine going on, but not a lot of color, and I don't know if that's due to the tan, but yeah, I feel like I'm very highlighted on this side now too, but there's not a lot of color. This one actually has color and the shine. This one so far, it's just the shine. I keep adding more, hoping to add color, but it's just adding more highlight to it. And I do like the highlighty look. I think that's pretty. If I'm comparing the two, I mean, so far, obviously, I like this one because it has the color. And I also like this one because it is the liquid. It sinks into the skin rather than sitting on top of it. But this one creates a more textured look where this one just kind of melts into the skin. I do like the golden undertones of the highlights in here. I think that's very pretty, whereas this one, it's very pink and it's got more silver champagne-ish tones. Both of them are very pretty. I really think if I just wore this, no foundation, and then put the blush drops on just for a little, you know, that would be a really good look. And then obviously some mascara and stuff. I am gonna try these drops on my lips as well, just to see what they look like. I do think this would look really pretty on the eyes as well. That's pretty, but not for me, not for the lip. I think I would stash all of them. I think I will definitely use every single one, aside from the foundation, until I get my actual shade. It's hard to actually choose a favorite of these products. I think my least two favorites would be the bronzer and the Georgia Peach blush. The bronzer only because I've got so many bronzers. Like, it's not that this one stands out a whole lot right now. I think maybe when I have my actual foundation shade on and I give it a try, I might have a different mindset on it. But right now it's just a bronzer, which is good. It's a good bronzer, but it's not like a wow thing for me. This one's super pretty, but there's just not a lot of color. It's a lot of shine, not a lot of color. Again, might be due to the foundation shade that I have on. The blush drops, fantastic. The Tarte Glowtion, absolutely love this and love the foundation. Can't wait to get it in my shade. I'm overall very impressed. I would stash them all. That is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.